Okay, let's talk material. So, yep, you guessed it, our 3.5 hook. We need a stitch marker, we need some scissors, and I think the only thing we need now is a keychain, which I never have them in front of me. Oh, I have one. Haha. I put one here because I always forget them. We're using a keychain. We need yarn. So the green is for our leaf. This sunflower yellow is going to be for our petals, and we need a brown for the center. And I think that's it. This is a really simple one, y'all, to fit our January easy crochet stuff series. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we're gonna start with the body of, or the center I should say, of our sunflower, and we're gonna do a magic circle. Sorry, Mom. My mom hates magic circles. So does my kid for some reason. So we're gonna do 6 single crochets inside of our magic circle. That was 3 for me. 4, 5, 6. This time around we are going to single crochet slip stitch our first stitch to our last stitch, because we're gonna make 2 pieces for our center. That slip stitch just helps with eliminating that unevenness that sometimes comes when you create a circle, and we don't want that unevenness in our keychain. So we're gonna do a slip stitch after every row, the first stitch to the last stitch, and then we're gonna continue with our rows. So for row number 2, we're gonna do an increase in each. So that just means 2 single crochets in each stitch. And we're going to do that all the way around. Remember, when you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch your last single crochet to your first single crochet. So go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm at the end of my row number 2, and I'm going to slip stitch my first single crochet to my last single crochet. You see how it's just a really nice circle now? Without that slip stitch, there will be a little bit of unevenness, and for most projects it's okay, but for this one our center is going to be kind of the highlight of our flower, and we want to make sure it's looking nice. So row number 3 is going to be 1 single crochet and then 2 in the next, which is an increase. So 1 single crochet, then an increase, and you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, I'm at the end of row number 3. I'm going to slip stitch my first single crochet to my last, place my stitch marker. Row number 4 is going to be 2 single crochets and then an increase, just like that. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then an increase all the way around. Okay, I'm at the end of row number 4. I'm going to slip stitch my first single crochet to my last, just like that. And then our final row for our center is going to be 3 single crochets and then an increase. So 1, 2, 3, and then an increase. 1, 2, 3, and then an increase, and you're going to do that all the way around. Alright, I'm at the end of my row number 5, and I'm going to go ahead and put that final slip stitch in there. I'm going to cut my yarn. We don't need a long tail for sewing, it's just a habit of mine. We're actually going to tuck this in, and you won't be able to see the tail. So our circle's looking pretty darn good right now, right? There is a little bit of an unevenness there, and we'll fix that in a second, but for the most part our circle is pretty darn complete. So the way I'm gonna fix that just a tiny bit of unevenness there is I'm gonna insert my crochet hook into that next stitch after the fasten off from the back, just like that, and I'm just gonna pull that yarn through and then pull. And what that does is it helps to bridge that gap that we saw before. And that is done. So you want to make 2 pieces for the center. We're going to put them together, and it's going to add a little bit of depth to, or a little bit of sturdiness to our flower, because it is going to be a keychain. We don't want it to be all flimsy dimsy, right? So go ahead and make your second one. Meet me back here and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so here's my 2. Again, you don't need a long tail for sewing. It's just a really, it's a habit of mine. You don't need that tail. So what we're going to do is we are going to flip our pieces over so there's right sides facing up. I'm going to put one on top of the other, just like that. It doesn't matter like which way your tails are facing, it really doesn't. But you want to put them on top of each other, line them up. We're going to take our petal color. For me, that's going to be a traditional sunflower color, which is that orangish, yellowish-ish color. And I'm just going to attach my yarn. And we're going to do a row of single crochets all the way around. So let me just go ahead and attach my yarn here. And again, just 1 single crochet all the way around. Crochet over this table here, just like that. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. That's the back of mine. This is the front. And we are moving right along. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and slip stitch the first single crochet to the last single crochet again, just to make sure that circle is complete all the way around, so we get a nice circle there. Okay, so what we want to do next is we're going to go into our next stitch with a single crochet. In that same stitch, we are doing a double crochet. In the same stitch, we are doing a triple crochet. This is going to give us a little bit of height on our petal. In the next stitch, for me right here, we are starting with a triple crochet. Same stitch, a double crochet. Same stitch, a single crochet. In the next stitch, a slip stitch. And that's what our petal looks like. We're going to do this all the way around. So let me show you a couple more times, just for my folks who are kind of new to the game. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, a double crochet, and a triple crochet, all in this next stitch. So here's my single. There's my double. Here's my triple. In the next stitch, we're going to do a triple crochet, a double crochet, and a single crochet, all in this next one. So I'm going to start with the triple. Then I'm going to do a double. And then I'm going to finish with a single. And in the next stitch, I'm going to slip stitch. I'll show you one more time. In the next stitch, single crochet, double crochet, triple crochet. In the next stitch, triple crochet, double crochet, single crochet. Next stitch, we're slip stitching. And you're going to do this all the way around. So we have petals all the way around our flower. Alright, and I've completed my flower. I am going to leave a long tail for sewing this time around because we're going to use that to attach our keychain. So I'm just going to fasten off here. And this is what my flower is looking like. And I'm just going to, no, not really like that. Alright, this is what we are looking like so far. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. So what we need to do now is make our leaf and then attach our keychain and then we're done. So let's go ahead and start our leaf. Alrighty, for our leaf, what we're gonna do is take our green yarn, whatever color you want for your leaf, and we are going to chain 10. Wait, let me get my life together first. Okay, there's my knot. We're gonna chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna start in the second chain from the hook, and we're gonna do a single crochet. Single crochet. In the next 2 stitches, we're gonna do a double crochet. 1, 2. In the next 3 stitches, we are doing triple crochets. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 2 stitches, we're doing double crochets. And it's curling on me, and that's okay. It's totally fine. Just straighten it out as you go. We should be left with one chain right here. And in that chain, what we want to do is add a single crochet. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to add another single crochet. And what that's going to do, that chain 2 is going to give us a little bit of a point on our leaf. So we're going to go ahead and tighten this just a little bit, not to where you can't see that first stitch, but you definitely want to tighten a little bit. There we go. And make sure I still have my, I always skip that first stitch if I'm not careful. Okay, so now we're going to turn our work like this, and we're going to crochet on the other side of our chain. Okay, so now what we're going to do in the next 2 stitches, we are going to do 2 double crochets. So 1, I feel like I skipped a stitch, y'all. That first one is always hidden from me. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. That's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. In the next 3 stitches, we are doing triple crochets. 1, 2, 3. The next 2, we're gonna do double crochets. 1, 2, and in the last stitch, you should have 1 left. Mine is right there. We're gonna do a single crochet, chain 2, another single crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch to that first stitch. Go ahead and fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. And there is our leaf. And it curls a bit. If you, I'll talk about that later. But this is our leaf. This is what we're looking like. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do is attach our leaf and our sunflower to our keychain. So this time around, I'm not going to use the clampy claw clip keychains. I don't know what it's called. I'm going to use the ringed one. And so for me, mine has little links on it. And so I just threaded one of my smaller needles with the yarn, the long tail from the sunflower. And I'm just going to go in through that bottom link and then just kind of go back and forth just so that it's secure. Nothing fancy. I'm just going back and forth so that it is secure to the flower. And I'm doing, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Just think about, you know, how if you're attaching this to like a purse or a backpack or something like that, or some type of bag, there is a lot of pull, there is a lot of movement. So I like to be very intentional in attaching my keychains to my projects, just because I don't want it to fall off. Okay, so I think that's good for me. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this to the back of my work and I'm gonna do a couple of knots. And that's gonna just make sure that it stays secure. Just maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 knots. And that's just gonna make sure that it stays. I'm gonna knot and then I'm going to weave it in, and then I'll meet you back here so that we can talk about how we are going to attach our leaf. Okay, so this is what my flower is looking like so far, and you could definitely keep it this way. You don't have to add the leaf, but I want a leaf on mine. So again, my keychain has what is like 4 or 5 links on it. So my first link, the last one I should say, the last one is where my flower is attached. I'm gonna go one up and attach my leaf there. Just I think it'd be kind of cool. And do the same thing. I'm just gonna go back and forth through my leaf, tie some knots, and then weave it in, and then we'll be done with this guy. Okay, and this is what we are looking like. There's my leaf. It can go forward, it can go forward and backwards. This one is really cute. It was super simple too. Just 3 stitches, well 4 stitches, a slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, and a triple crochet, and you can get a project like this. Super beginner friendly, very, very cute. Again, January is all about simple crochet projects that can, you know, give our beginning crocheters something to look forward to besides scarves and blankets. If you've been following my January series, you know it's a big pet peeve of mine when someone asks to learn how to crochet. You know, folks throw them a scarf or a beanie or a hat pattern, and it's like, dude, nobody want to make that they first go around, right? You want something cute. I mean, not to say a beanie or a scarf or what have you isn't cute, but there are so many things that you can make that are very, very simple in the crochet world, even for the beginning crocheters. So I hope this was impactful for you. So at the end of my videos, I like to give you some alterations, what you can do with this pattern to make it your own. If you're a vendor, if you're a business owner, something you can do to put it in your shop, just credit me as the original creator. I would greatly appreciate that. You can definitely change the color. I absolutely love the colors of sunflower, so I didn't change my color, but you can definitely do like maybe white petals. That would be kind of cool. If you want to go unnatural, maybe a pink petal or a blue petal or something like that. You can definitely add a face, like a tan face embroidered on here will be kind of nice. You could use plastic safety eyes if that's your vibe too. We do have a front and a back for the center, so you could hide the backs of your plastic safety eyes in the center. Let's see, you can do it without the leaf. This is what I started to say earlier in the video, and I was like, you know what, wait, I'm gonna wait till we get to the what else you can do section. So you can do without the leaf if you're not a fan of the leaf, or because I know this technique with crocheting on both sides of the chain can be a little bit daunting. It was for me. I can only speak for myself. When I was getting back into the groove of crocheting, it was very difficult, I think is the right way, to get back into the groove of crocheting on both sides of the chain. So if you're a beginner, this is one of your first projects, you can skip the leaf and then just do the flower by itself, and that's totally cute. It's cute within its own right. You could do 2 leaves so that when you turn your work upside down, there's 2 leaves on the side. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's only limited by your creativity. So I hope this was impactful for you. I hope you learned some cool stuff, or you had fun at the very least. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you know when I drop new material, which is every single Monday. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, sick, vacation, what have you. I post new content for you, and I absolutely love to do it. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed, everyone who has interacted, both on YouTube and other platforms. When I started this channel, I really was unsure if people would interact, and so I'm very, very happy that you guys are reaching out. I get pictures, I get thank you messages, I get just questions, and I love all of it. Thank you so much for reaching out, and continue to do so. There's a lot going on in the world. Make sure you stay safe, crochet some cool stuff, and meet me back here next Monday for a brand new tutorial, and I will see you all then. Bye.